When Siddhartha, who would later become the Buddha, returned to the palace after his enlightenment, he was received with reverence and respect by his family and the royal court. However, there was one person noticeably absent from the welcoming party: Yasodhara, Siddhartha's wife and the mother of his child, RAHULA. Despite the king's efforts to summon Yasodhara to greet her husband, she chose not to make an appearance. Instead, she sent a message saying, "Surely, if I am deserving of any regard, Siddhartha himself will come and see me." Understanding the depth of her sorrow and longing, Siddhartha decided to visit Yasodhara personally. He asked two of his closest disciples, Sariputta and Moggallana, to accompany him to her chamber. As he walked toward her quarters, Siddhartha told his disciples, "I am free, but the princess is not yet free. Her heart is heavy with grief due to our long separation. We must allow her to express her emotions, otherwise, her heart will remain burdened." Yasodhara, who had spent years waiting for her beloved husband's return, sat in her room, dressed modestly, with her hair cut short. When Siddhartha entered her presence, her love and emotions overflowed. Unable to contain her affection, she held on to Siddhartha's feet and wept tears of joy and sorrow. In that moment, she saw not the Buddha, but the man she had loved for so long. However, Yasodhara quickly realized that she was in the presence of the Buddha and felt a sense of reverence and humility. She moved away from him and sat respectfully at a distance. King Suddhodana apologized to Siddhartha on behalf of Yasodhara, explaining that her deep affection and emotions were the result of years of longing and devotion. During the 7 years of Siddhartha's absence, Yasodhara had mirrored his ascetic lifestyle. She had shaved her head, given up perfumes and ornaments, and lived a simple life. She had refused marriage proposals from other princes, declaring that she was still devoted to Siddhartha. The Buddha responded to Yasodhara's actions with kindness and compassion. He acknowledged her great merits and explained that her unwavering support and devotion had been invaluable during his journey to enlightenment. Siddhartha spoke of her purity, gentleness, and dedication, emphasizing the crucial role she had played in his spiritual path. Yasodhara had accumulated significant merit in her past lives, which had led her to desire a profound connection with a Buddha in this life. Her karma had brought her to this point, where she had the opportunity to seek liberation and enlightenment. Inspired by the Buddha's words, Yasodhara decided to take refuge in the Triple Gem and requested ordination as a nun. She became one of the first women to join the Sangha, the Buddhist monastic community. In doing so, she embarked on her own spiritual journey, following in the footsteps of her beloved husband, Siddhartha, who had become the Buddha. This story highlights the deep bond between Siddhartha and Yasodhara, as well as her unwavering devotion and sacrifice for her husband's spiritual quest. It also underscores the transformative power of Buddhism, as Yasodhara embarks on her own path towards liberation and enlightenment within the Sangha. Yasodhara's decision to become a nun marked a significant turning point in her life. She embraced the monastic life with the same dedication and determination that had characterized her years of waiting for Siddhartha's return. As a member of the Sangha, she committed herself to the practice of the Dharma, seeking spiritual growth and understanding. Within the monastic community, Yasodhara found solace and support among fellow nuns who shared her aspiration for spiritual awakening. Her past merits and unwavering devotion continued to shape her journey as she delved deeper into the teachings of the Buddha. She diligently practiced meditation, studied the scriptures, and lived a life of simplicity and mindfulness. Over time, Yasodhara's profound insights and wisdom became apparent to her fellow nuns and the broader Buddhist community. Her teachings on the path to enlightenment, compassion, and the impermanence of worldly attachments resonated deeply with those who sought spiritual guidance. As Yasodhara's reputation as a wise and compassionate nun grew, people from various walks of life sought her counsel. She offered guidance and solace to those struggling with life's challenges, emphasizing the importance of inner transformation and the cultivation of a peaceful mind. Yasodhara's presence and teachings also inspired women across the region to join the Sangha, following her example of seeking spiritual liberation. Her influence extended beyond the confines of the monastery, as she became a beacon of hope and guidance for women who aspired to lead a life aligned with the Buddha's teachings. In her teachings, Yasodhara often reflected on her personal journey alongside Siddhartha and the transformative power of their shared experiences. She spoke of the profound love and devotion that had initially bound them together and how, ultimately, it had led them on separate yet parallel paths toward enlightenment. Despite the physical separation from Siddhartha, Yasodhara felt a deep spiritual connection to him. She saw in his teachings the fulfillment of their shared aspirations and the embodiment of the profound truths they had both sought to understand. Her journey as a nun allowed her to experience the liberating power of the Dharma firsthand, just as it had transformed Siddhartha into the Buddha. Yasodhara's legacy endured long after her physical passing. Her teachings and the example of her life as a dedicated nun continued to inspire generations of Buddhists. She became a symbol of the transformative power of the Dharma and the profound impact of unwavering devotion and love on the spiritual journey. In the end, Yasodhara's decision to embrace the monastic life and seek spiritual awakening alongside Siddhartha demonstrated the timeless message of Buddhism, that the path to enlightenment is open to all, regardless of gender or background. Her story serves as a testament to the enduring power of love, devotion, and the pursuit of inner peace on the journey toward liberation and enlightenment.